Imagine this. You walk into a luxury car showroom expecting the usual suspects. Mercedes GLS, BMW 7 Series, maybe a Range Rover looming in the corner like it owns the place. But then, something else catches your eye. A new shape, a new badge, a new attitude. Massive LED light bars, interiors that look like private jets, tech that makes Tesla feel old. And the craziest part? The price tags hit harder than the designs. Today, we're counting down the top 3 Chinese luxury cars that are about to shock the entire world. And trust me, number 1 will make you question why German luxury even cost what it does. So buckle up, hit that subscribe button, and let's jump straight into the future.
Number 3. The Hongqi E-HS9, the Chinese luxury SUV that's shaking up the global car scene. Let's start with that exterior. The Hongqi E-HS9 doesn't roll up, it arrives. Imagine the bold, upright presence of a BMW X7 mixed with the stately vibes of a Rolls-Royce Cullinan, then stretched into an SUV designed to look like it belongs to a billionaire diplomat. Its massive 5,209 millimeters in length, wide stance, and that unmistakable two-tone paint job make it feel more like a rolling palace than a family vehicle. The front grille? Gigantic. The LED light signature? Flashy but elegant. The overall effect is luxury theater. It looks like it should cost twice as much as it actually does. It's aspirational, intimidating, and oddly beautiful. The best part? It delivers the look of a $120,000 SUV at nearly half the cost. If you're someone who wants all eyes on you when you pull up, this thing's got you covered. And hey, if you love cars that punch above their weight, go ahead and subscribe right now, because we're just getting started. Step inside and things get even crazier. The E-HS9's interior makes you question everything you thought you knew about Chinese cars. We're talking full Nappa leather seats that massage you, not mock you. Every surface, from the wood and metal accents to the plush armrests, feels like it belongs in a luxury lounge. The tech layout is pure futuristic indulgence. A digital driver display, a massive center touchscreen, and more screens for the rear passengers. The lighting glows like a spaceship at night, and when you approach, it literally welcomes you with an animated light show. In higher trims, you get executive-style second-row seats that recline, heat, ventilate, and adjust electronically. Even the third row feels surprisingly livable. If you're used to Tesla minimalism or BMW austerity, the E-HS9's cabin feels more like a high-tech living room. And if you're loving this deep dive so far, hit that like button, it really helps the channel. In terms of space, the E-HS9 is a full-size family hauler. With configurations for 6 or 7 seats, it easily competes with Western family favorites like the Chevy Tahoe, Volvo XC9er, or BMW X7 in sheer roominess. There's a ton of cargo space, a huge wheelbase, and it feels made for long road trips or chauffeuring the family in absolute comfort. The 6-seater version even gives you that executive second-row feel, perfect for those who want to mix business and family life in one ride. Now let's talk power. The Hongqi E-HS9 is fully electric, equipped with dual motors for all-wheel drive and several battery options, typically ranging from 84 kWh to 120 kWh. Depending on the trim, you can get over 400 kilowatts, around 550 plus horsepower, and that means 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just under 5 seconds. Not bad for a car that weighs nearly 3 tons. Real-world range sits between 245 and 272 miles, depending on driving style and battery size. Charging is pretty quick too, about 35 to 45 minutes from 10% to 80% on a fast charger. So yes, this massive luxury cruiser can also move. Alright, here's the part that'll make you question everything. The price. For all that tech, size, and luxury, the E-HS9 starts at roughly 509,800 yen or goes up to around 730,000 yen, or about $70,000 to $100,000 depending on configuration. That's less or on par with the base Mercedes GLS, BMW X7, or Tesla Model X, yet the E-HS9 gives you a full buffet of luxury features standard. If this price shocked you as much as it did me, drop a comment. Would you actually buy one if it were sold here? Here's why this car matters. Hongqi, which by the way means red flag in Chinese, is the luxury arm of China's oldest automaker, FAW Group. This brand used to build cars for Chinese presidents. Now it's building electric luxury SUVs for the people, and they're doing it at a scale and price that should make Western automakers sweat. The EHS9 proves that China can produce not just affordable cars, but genuinely premium, world-class machines that compete with Europe's best. But, of course, it's not all roses and rainbows. There's a catch. Outside China, ownership can be tricky. Service networks are limited, spare parts can be hard to get, and long-term reliability is still a question mark. Plus, US safety and import regulations mean you probably won't see one legally on American roads anytime soon. So the question is, would you trust a high-tech Chinese luxury SUV with your family's safety and comfort if it were available here? So what do you think? Future family car or future flop? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I love reading what you guys think.
And then we have number 2.
The NIO ET9 is the kind of car that makes you stare at your Tesla or your Mercedes and whisper, "Bro, are we falling behind?" Because this thing isn't just an electric sedan, it's basically a luxury spaceship disguised as a car. The craziest part? It can recover 255 kilometers of range in 5 minutes. 5 minutes! That's faster than I microwave my leftovers. And that's just the hook. The ET9 packs dual motors, a 900-volt architecture, full active suspension, steer-by-wire, and an interior that makes first-class airline suites look budget. So don't blink, because today on Torque Atlas, we're diving headfirst into everything this Chinese luxury monster is hiding. Now let's start with the exterior, because the ET9 pulls off that futuristic stealth jet meets executive limo look. From the front, the design hits you immediately. Razor-thin LED headlights that look like the car is squinting at you in judgment, a sculpted hood, and this clean, grille-less front face that screams modern EV confidence. No vents, no mess, just sharp lines and aggressive elegance. Move to the sides and the thing keeps stretching like it's doing yoga. It measures around 5.33 meters long with a massive 3.25 meter wheelbase, giving it that bossy limousine presence you can feel before you even hear it. You get flush door handles, beautiful window framing, and optional 23-inch wheels that look like they belong on a concept car. Then you walk to the back and boom, a full-width light bar that echoes the front's thin lines, smooth sculpted panels, and a bumper that keeps everything clean and premium. If I had to compare it to something Americans know, imagine if a Mercedes S-Class and a Tesla Model S had a kid, sent it to a Chinese engineering academy, and told it to come home better than both parents. That's the ET9. But the real knockout punch hits when you open the door. Inside, the ET9 feels less like a car and more like stepping into a private jet lounge designed by someone who hates mediocrity. The cabin is divided into these beautiful Sky Island and Executive Bridge zones, which sounds like marketing fluff until you actually see how it works. Separate comfort zones, privacy, and a layout that feels like business class seats on wheels. The rear seats are insane. 582 millimeters wide cushions, full recline, hot stone massage with 16 pressure points, and multi-layer foam that feels like you're sitting on a cloud that went to therapy. There's also an 8-inch OLED control panel in the back that lets you tweak literally everything. Seat positions, massage levels, temperature, media, window shades, you name it. And then there's the table, a 360-degree rotating executive table that pops out like you're in a tech CEO's office. Above that, you've got a smart fridge that can cool or warm your drinks from -2 degrees Celsius all the way up to 55 degrees Celsius. And if you're the type who carries valuables, NIO even installed a digital 8-liter safe. You can actually lock your wallet or watch inside your car like you're driving a portable bank vault. Front passengers get a massive 14.5-inch 3K OLED display with Dolby Vision, and the sound system is honestly overkill. 35 speakers, headrest audio, dual subwoofers. It's like a concert hall tuned by someone who grew up fighting over aux cables. Plus, with active road noise cancellation, the cabin stays whisper quiet even at highway speeds. It's luxury, it's tech, it's absurd, but in the best possible way. Size-wise, the ET9 is a monster. It's long, wide, and tall enough to give you limo-level space. But here's the twist. It's mostly a 4-seater luxury cruiser, not a family-friendly minivan. This isn't buying groceries. This is being driven while you sign a $1 million contract energy. The trunk is decent, the cabin has hidden storage, the executive bridge adds more compartments, and the mini fridge doubles as storage when you're not using it. Practical? Yes, but in a VIP kind of way. Now under the hood, well, the floor, we've got a powertrain that's borderline disrespectful in how strong it is. All electric, AWD, and dual motors. 340 kW in the back and 180 kW in the front, giving you a combined 520 kW, which is around 797 horsepower. That's supercar power in a luxury sedan. It uses a 925-volt architecture, one of the highest in the world, which is why its charging speed is insane. With 600 kW peak charging, you get that famous 255 kilometers in 5 minutes flex. And since it's NIO, you also get battery swapping, which takes around 3 minutes. Range, about 650 kilometers CLTC, so expect solid real-world numbers. And with a 0 to 100 kilometers per hour time in the low 4-second range, it moves like something half its size. Safety-wise, the ET9 isn't just luxury, it's armor. The body uses ultra-high-strength steel, aluminum megacasting, and a wild torsional stiffness of over 52,000 Newton-meters per degree, which basically means the thing is built like a tank disguised as a limo. You get 9 airbags, advanced crash detection systems, lane keeping, automatic braking, 360-degree sensing, and NIO's Aquila ADS powered by their own 5nm chip. One crazy feature? If a tire blows at high speed, the ET9 stabilizes itself in under 0.3 seconds before most humans can even blink. Now let's talk money, because this is where you'll either scream "what?" or quietly admit the value is insane. The ET9 starts at 788,000 RMB, which is roughly 108,000 US dollars. The first edition is about $112,000. I know, that's not cheap, but let's get real. That's literally less than some used Mercedes S-Classes selling in the US. And you're getting a 900-volt platform, active suspension, battery swapping, a private jet interior, and tech that makes a Model S look, well, old. It's wild. It's actually wild. So now I gotta ask you, would you pick this over a Tesla Model S or a Mercedes S-Class, or are you sticking to the familiar?
And finally, the number 1. This thing doesn't just look premium, it drives, it feels, it commands attention like it should cost double, maybe triple the price. Porsche, Tesla, BMW, Audi, all comfortably sitting at the top of the EV mountain for years. And now, Zeekr 001 sneaks in like a silent storm, sleek, aggressive, and packed with tech that screams luxury, all while the price tag barely scratches 5 figures. But the real shock comes when you see what's inside and why it's shaking the entire Western EV world. Now, imagine walking up to the Zeekr 001 for the first time. Picture a BMW i8 had a love child with a Range Rover Evoque with just enough Tesla vibes to make EV enthusiasts raise an eyebrow. Razor-sharp LED headlights, bold front fascia, and curves that feel sculpted for a sci-fi movie. Panels? Tight. Perfect alignment. You look at it and think, is this even real? Paint? A hypnotic metallic blue that shifts from sapphire to navy depending on the light. So photogenic, you might just pause mid-walk to Instagram it. And those wheels? 21-inch alloys that look like they could cut through the air, wrapped in low-profile tires that scream performance without saying a word. Even the rear isn't an afterthought. Taillights stretch across the width in a continuous band, giving it a spaceship ready-to-launch vibe. Doors? Not gull wings, not butterfly doors, but enough style to make James Bond reconsider his driveway. And every curve, panel, and gap? Premium. Every inch feels like it belongs in a car twice the price. Quick note, if you're enjoying this breakdown so far, smash that subscribe button. What I'm about to show you inside will absolutely blow your mind. Open the door and step into the Zeekr 001 cabin and chef's kiss. Seats wrapped in leather so soft you almost feel guilty sitting. Heated, ventilated, sculpted. Yes, manufacturer claims, but the feeling? Absolutely luxurious. Dashboard? Cinematic. Minimalist elegance meets futuristic flair. A single curved OLED screen stretches from the driver's cluster to the center console, showing navigation, media, battery stats, everything.
Swipe gestures, haptic feedback, intuitive voice commands, yet physical knobs for old schoolers like me. Ambient lighting is subtle, programmable, energizing at night. Steering wheel chunky and sporty, daring you to push the car a little harder. Storage? Plenty. Center armrest? Luxury German vibes. And some sources say the Zeekr 001 sound system could embarrass some 100K cars. I tested it with chaotic 80s rock. Bass barely shook the cabin, but the point is clear. This interior doesn't scream budget compromise. But here's the wait moment. Just imagine being inside, touching everything, feeling the premium details, and then remembering it costs $50,000. Jaw-dropping, right? And while you're imagining that, hit like. It's basically free, but keeps me fueled on midnight chai and bad decisions. Practicality? Zeekr 001 isn't just a showpiece. Rear seats fold flat, giving solid cargo space. Weekend getaway? Bags, bikes, maybe a small inflatable pool. All fit. Headroom and legroom, generous. Tall friends won't complain. Garage friendly, stylish, functional, and street legal flexibility. Check, check, check. Now let's talk teeth. Manufacturer claims dual motors, around 500 horsepower, 0 to 60 in roughly 4 seconds. CLTC rated 100 kilowatt hour battery, giving about 450 kilometers per charge. Fast charging at 150 kilowatts. Handling? Adaptive suspension keeps the car planted. Corners with confidence, not twitchy, not lazy. On paper, a Tesla Model S Plaid might squint at this newcomer. And here's the kicker. That performance combined with a $50K price hits you like a ton of bricks. And yes, $50,000. $50,000, a car that looks like a Porsche, feels like a BMW, drives like a Tesla for the cost of a mid-level SUV. Compare Tesla Model 3 performance over $60K, Porsche Taycan base $90K plus, and Zeekr half the price, half the ego damage, double the jaw-dropping factor. This is where the market disruption hits. Western automakers have been resting comfortably on luxury and tech laurels. Tesla, Porsche, BMW, Audi, all assuming EV prestige was theirs alone. Then Zeekr barges in, scrappy, bold, challenging everything. And it's not just one car. NIO, BYD, all playing the same game. Suddenly, premium EVs aren't exclusive. They're accessible, aggressive, and potentially threatening. But don't get too comfortable. Zeekr is new. Software is cutting edge, but may have bugs. Long-term reliability? Unknown. Crash safety? Limited data in overseas markets. Here's the provocative question. Would you risk it for $50K or stick to the safe names and pay double? Think about that as you scroll Instagram tonight. It's exactly what keeps me awake at 2 a.m., chai in hand, editing footage and translating sources. And while we're being honest, the Zeekr 001 isn't just raw performance or tech. It's about experience, the quiet cabin, the haptic clicks of the touchscreen, the way it hugs corners without drama, the subtle ambient lighting that makes night drives feel cinematic, the ability to humiliate a supercar at a stoplight without anyone knowing why. And your friends, they'll stare, then ask, wait, how much? That reaction? Priceless. Speaking of reactions, here's a little fun fact. Some industry insiders say Zeekr's dual-motor all-wheel drive setup feels more like a supercar than a family EV. And yes, those 0 to 60 claims are manufacturer-rated, but the sensation? Pure adrenaline. And while we're on adrenaline, imagine pairing that with a fully loaded cabin, premium materials, and enough tech to make a Tesla fan squirm. It's like having your cake, eating it, and realizing it can also do donuts in a parking lot. And now, back to practicality, because I know some of you are screaming, yeah, but can it handle life? Answer, yes. Fold flat the rear seats, fit a couple of bikes, groceries, luggage, weekend trips, no stress. Headroom and legroom, generous. Garage, fits fine. Neighbors, jealous. Street legal, absolutely. Basically, it's functional luxury without compromise. But let's not forget the suspense. Manufacturer claims dual motors, 500 HP, 0 to 60 around 4 seconds, industry sources say. 100 kilowatt hour battery, range about 450 kilometers, fast charging up to 150 kilowatts. Adaptive suspension keeps it planted. And this is where you realize the Zeekr 001 isn't a compromise. It's a threat to every Western luxury EV. And now, the price bomb, $50,000. For context, Tesla Model 3 Performance, $60K plus. Porsche Taycan, $90K plus. Zeekr, half the price, half the ego damage, double the jaw-dropping factor. And every single corner, panel, pixel, and seat screams, luxury doesn't need a six-figure tag.
And there you have it. 3 Chinese luxury machines that aren't just raising the bar, they're launching it into orbit. From the executive presence of the Hongqi E-HS9 to the spaceship-level tech of the NIO ET9 to the performance shockwave of the Zeekr 001, it's clear that China isn't playing catch-up anymore. They're setting the pace. But now I want to hear from you. Would you actually choose one of these over a Mercedes, BMW, or Tesla? Or do you still think Western brands are untouchable? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button and hit subscribe. Because next episode, we're diving into another Chinese car that's about to flip the entire market upside down. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.